Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Luna and my channel is Tieta y Luna, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make greeting cards or Christmas cards, holiday cards, whatever you like to call them. And today I'm going to be turning this artwork that you see right here into greeting cards, and I'm also going to be showing you how to use Canva and the artwork in Canva to design a card design as well. So let's just jump right into it. So the paper that I'm printing on today is photo mat paper, and it's the dimensions of a legal size, which Canva I don't think has any preset document sizes that are 8.5 by 14. So when I opened the file, I just clicked new dimensions on the design and I entered 8.5 for the width and 14 inches for the height. I'm going to start by making two lines, one going horizontal in the middle and one going vertical in the middle, so that I know exactly the halfway point for both my height and my width. And because I'm using legal size document paper, I can fit two different card designs on one piece of paper, which is why I'm dividing the paper in half the height, and I want to know the middle of the paper for width so that I know how large I can make the design on the front.
You can do this process within 8.5 by 11, so like normal printer paper size dimensions, if that's what you would prefer. It is a little bit of a different process. I'll quickly explain how to do that here, but if you want a more in-depth process video of how to do it that way with your normal 8.5 by 11 printer paper, I can definitely make that for you. Just let me know in the comments below. But to do that, you would start by opening a 8.5 by 11 document size, but you would want to make sure that your height is the short side. So instead of 8.5 by 11, it would be 11 by 8.5, so that your document is coming up in the landscape orientation instead of the portrait orientation that you see here. And that's because we're going to only fit one card on each paper instead of two, like I'm showing you in this video. You would want your vertical line in the exact halfway point, but you would want your horizontal line instead of at the halfway point of your height. You want to bring that up so it's only 1 inch away from the top, or 1.5 inch, sorry, because normal card sizes are usually 5 by 7 inches. So you want the horizontal line going 1.5 inches away from the top, so you know where to center your image, so that when you've printed and you've trimmed your card down at the end, you won't end up trimming off any of your image. And that's how you would do that for that paper size. For this paper size,
now that my document is divided in half both by height and by width, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this page before I add anything to it so that it's ready to go and I can just keep making duplicates as I add designs and I don't have to go through the process of measuring out the midway points again. So we're just going to go ahead and duplicate the page and then move on. Next, I'm just going to upload the artwork that I'm going to turn into my cards. And then I'll just add those images to the canvas. And then I'm going to go up to the button where it says to edit the images. And I'm going to click remove the background. And there we go. The background, just like that, is removed. And we just have the artwork and the watercolor marks. So next, we're just going to resize and reposition the image. And now I'm just repeating the process with the second image, and there we go. Our images are uploaded to the file. I'm just going to play around with the positioning a little bit more here. As you can see, I'm going to rotate the wreath around so that it's sitting as perfectly as I can get it. Now, it's time to color correct, because if we printed them the way that they are right now, they would print way too dark. They wouldn't look good. It just would be a whole mess. So we're going to go in and start editing the colors. If you would like a full tutorial on how I edit the color and the lighting and everything in my images to make them appear closer to how they actually do in the painting and in real life, once again, let me know in the comments below if that's something you would like to see. But for today, I'm just going to speed right through it and I'll let you watch what I'm doing instead of fully explaining everything, because again,
I can make a much better in-depth tutorial on this subject. But the simple version of what I'm doing is I'm just brightening everything. I'm bringing the vibrance and saturation up and just making everything appear more true to color and bright. All right, now that the color correction is done, it's time for the fun part, which is adding the text and picking the fonts. I know for the wreath, I really want something that's cursive-y and just very pretty and delicate. What you see here is not what I end up landing on. However, it's very close, it's in the vibe. And I'm also going to go ahead and change the color from black because it's not very holiday-y, and I'm going to make it red instead. And for the ornaments, I want not cursive, I want something print that's a little more bold, that's very more like Times New Roman, but not as boring as Times New Roman. Once again, I'm gonna change the color from black to red. And then for a little bit of context of why I'm choosing to make these cards is because I did a holiday makers market, so I was making these cards to sell. So because I wanted to have inclusivity and I wanted everybody that liked a design that maybe doesn't celebrate Christmas to be able to purchase something from my booth, I went ahead and duplicated the designs and added a Happy Holidays version instead, or as well, I should say. So as I mentioned in the beginning, I will be showing you how to use the artwork that's already uploaded into Canva to create your very own design. If you maybe don't have time to paint something of your own or don't want to paint something of your own, you can still make a customized Christmas holiday card using the artwork that's already available on Canva. I'll be showing you two different designs today. This first one's going to be a Christmas tree with some Christmas presents, and as you can see, I'm picking out the artwork here. I'll go ahead and duplicate those Christmas presents to make the tree look more full. And then I felt that the background was just a little bit too plain still, so I went ahead and looked up snowflakes. I uploaded the snowflakes to the canvas, and then I just edited the color so that the snowflakes are visible, but just barely, to give it a little bit more visual interest. And then since I'm selling these at market, I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste the font that I have from the wreath card because I want some continuity between the designs. And I'll just play around with the position of the text. And now let's get started on the next design. We're going to do a couple of snowmen. I'm just going to pick out two that I like and that I feel go together really well. And I'll layer them in a way that I feel looks great, and then I'll tilt them towards each other a little bit so they look less rigid and have a little bit more life. And just like I did for the Christmas tree one, I think the background is very boring, so we're going to look up some snowflakes and add that to the background. We'll go ahead and add our text. And as you can see, I'm changing the font on one of the cards. I'm just going to play around with everything now that all four of my designs are done and just kind of make sure everything flows well together and has some continuity, because once again, I am selling these at a market and I want everything to look nicely together and look like a collection, if that makes sense. Once everything is how you like it, and before you hit print, you want to go ahead and make sure that you delete the vertical lines because they were just there to guide us in positioning our artwork. So once everything is exactly how I want it, it is time to print our file. So we're going to go ahead and click click the share button up in the top right corner. We're going to hit download, and then we're going to make our settings so that it is PDF print so that we get the best print quality we can. Once that has downloaded all the way, we're going to go ahead and open our PDF file and get ready to print. So if you are like me using a legal size document, what you are not going to do is just hit print. What you are going to do, you're going to go down to more settings and make sure that the paper size is switched from letter to legal so that your print actually prints the correct way. Then you can go ahead and click print your document, and then once printed, you will need to cut it in half so that each card design is separate, and then fold it and your card is done. And here's how they turned out. I think they look really, really awesome. There is a way to get text on the inside. However, printing on a double-sided paper is a little bit more complicated, and that can be saved for a different video. But I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you find it helpful. And if you did, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching!